6,000 years ago, as a calamity threatened to destroy the world of Rattan, heroes, who at the time were seen as loons and fools for risking their lives in the ways they did for glory and profit, rose up to face the conflict. They left behind their teachings with those who would follow them in lives of valorous intent, and through impossible odds, 6 returned from the battle to lead the guilds they had established and the kingdoms of man, dwarf, and elf alike. The cataclysm released into the world and infused within it all that is magic. What once required divine inspiration or grueling years of study to obtain became innate within the populace of every race and creed. But with it was severed the world's connection with beings of divine and infernal source, with gods and demons and devils. No more could they contact the mortal plane. The great beasts that were seen as the epitome of magic incarnate, dragons, also seemed to vanish on the day of the calamity as the heroes returned, as did their greatest enemies, the race of giants. And the world transitioned into the new era where threats to civilization are handled by scores of adventurers before they can grow into a catastrophe like the heroes that predated this era had faced, where heroes face down those that would use their innate magic for evil, and governments sanction the acts of those who thrust themselves into harm's way for the protection of others. This is the era of heroes. Adventurer guilds and knighthoods now exist prolifically at all levels of society, with access for anyone willing and able to join to partake in quests for rewards both financial and social. At the top are the guilds founded by the 6 heroes who are remembered for saving the world, which have become exclusive brotherhoods that only accept those who have proven their value as an adventurer through their works under a smaller guild's employ, and with direct access to the ear of the King of Durel, ruler of Highcrest, occupant of the seat on the peak. Though they may be called upon to investigate murder, missing chickens, or to escort a noble on diplomatic missions to other kingdoms, adventurers are not a replacement to the normal guard force, but sometimes are a mere supplement. In the same note, they are also often called upon by wizards and other higher-ranking adventurers to perform missions that would be seen as tedious to someone of such power, such as gathering rare ingredients from a distant location. The highest-ranking members of Adventurers Society, seen at the level of heroes, can be expected to be called upon to settle entire wars between factions beyond the borders of Durel, delve with their own research into yet unexplored uses of magic, and seize the works of unaccountable mages who expand their power too quickly and in an unchecked manner, always at the ready to be called upon to perform any such task that may put them in a situation as their ancient predecessors and founders had been in. Our story begins outside an old run-down tavern in the back alleys of the outer ring of the man-made mountain of the city Highcrest. Old stones of a decrepit structure ache, sitting haphazardly where they were laid decades ago, threatening to come loose and bring the building down. An old wooden door waits close to the street with a sign hung above it that reads The Ivory Shield. A small crowd gathers outside the door with a single figure being ushered to enter the establishment.